Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Ramirez. This is my second game with Ford Gomez. It was I thought it was pretty fun, so I'm gonna record him. I might actually record most of them since he's actually really good. Um this is the first time I've studied this line maybe 2 weeks ago. I watched like 9 videos on it. Never played anyone this line and finally did. The videos I lost, but the videos definitely paid off because I was doing very well for a while. So the opening Traxler Variation. This is basically basic E4 knight bishop knight. This is a bishop basic 2 knight defense. Now I like going here for the fried liver after the 5. That's the normal. This is another line that's possible. Stockfish rates it better for white. In gameplay, black usually does very well because if you don't defend like almost perfectly, you lose. I'll explain as it continues. But I did capture here. The reason I captured here is because I'm threatening the queen and knight and rook. He called it check. I moved over. The reason I moved over is, let me see if it shows it here or not. No, it doesn't. F1 and F2 is similar. F1's better. Okay, well, the reason I don't capture is because if I were to capture, his knight can come down and call it check. And then I have to move and his queen can come down. So I felt that it makes me vulnerable. So I go over here. I've learned that you can capture, but that's not the best move. Just Stockfish believes both are fine. So I can't calculate all the ways to defend, and it puts me in a very vulnerable position. And I'm perfectly comfortable with trading a rook for a knight. I could be greedy and take the bishop, but I don't know how to defend fully, so I didn't. And Stockfish thinks they're even, so that's good. And then I captured, of course. That's very standard. Even though it says it's better to move back here, it's very standard for people to capture. Is actually pretty standard. I've thought about, I did not move my queen there, I thought about it, but I'm like, if I move my queen there, he can capture, he can do this, and then I can capture, and then he can capture, I can capture. I thought that was bad for me, but apparently Stockfish really likes it. I did not do that variation, and Stockfish likes it for whatever reason. Maybe because, I don't know. I guess I have my bishop and king out there, my queen and my bishop out there. I lose my knight, which is, I'm not using my knight anyways, so actually that is pretty good counterplay. I only didn't do it because I felt like I'll lose my knight and not get enough in return. But apparently that was the best move, so in the future if I encounter this I will do that. I didn't do that, I played c3. The reason I play c3 is because from all the videos I watched, the knight usually comes down to d4, and after the knight comes down to d4 and the combination with the queen and bishop and other knight, usually it's almost impossible to avoid checkmate because you have like 4 pieces on you and you're not developed at all. Your king can't castle. You already have 2 center, you have the e pawn and f pawn gone. It's just so vulnerable. So I've seen in the videos knight playing a d4 a lot, so I wanted to avoid it, and that's why I did that. He went in. Obviously, after he moves his bishop, he can obviously line me up. I decided to call check. He moves. Obviously, I The reason why I went here was specifically because of the bishop battery. You know, I can move my bishop. I'm not battery, but discover checks. So I'll look at that later. But he down first. I already know he can move his bishop back and, you know, to threaten some type of checkmate. I wanted to get rid of his knight. He moved back. I did capture. He did that. I did that. That's kind of funny that most of the moves that they're showing are the moves that we have done. 0.5 plus 7. So even though this is considered super good for me, I still messed up. He didn't do that. He went there. I did capture. This is where I messed up. I put right here by accident, but that's not what happened in the game. He went queen to c2 is what he went. Let me go. How do I go back? Cx takes d4. After I took the knight, he went c2. Apparently c3 was best. I made a huge mistake. I captured that, and that was basically checkmate in 2. Apparently I was supposed to go knight to over there. My concern was that he can capture my pawn, and I was worried about him forcing my queen in a direction that might lead to me getting checkmated. And I wasn't sure the best way to prevent checkmate. That was my main concern. And since my queen is defending my bishop, since I wasn't sure how to handle some of the things that was going on, I decided to capture my bishop. Obviously, the knight over there prevents his queen from going to d1. I, for some reason, missed d1 altogether, and I did that. And that's how I lost. But it's a very good game. That would be checkmate. I resigned here, but that would be the move, and then if I move here, that would be mate. Going back, this is a very interesting and good line. This right here, defense. Most people play this. This is normal for this opening, the fry, deliver, attack. Some people play this. Some people play that. It just depends on your preference. Some people actually take the bishop all the way back. Some people put the bishop here. They're all good openings. I prefer this. I think it leads to sharper lines. He can't take the bishop because I can take his rook here. So it just leads to sharper lines, and I like it. That's what I'm used to playing. But he played this move, which, even though it says it's better for white, you can get checkmated at almost every move after a certain point. And then if you don't play precisely each and every move, you lose like I did. So it's bad for black if you can defend every single time. And there's so many ways to go about checkmate that it's very risky, but it's usually very exciting games. So yeah, if you're very good at calculating and you enjoy playing sharp lines and you like very good aggressive play, if you're black, this is a very good opening for you against this attack, because it leads to all of that. So this is a good game. And if you like my videos, you can always subscribe. I'll probably show more. I know most people like showing their wins, but I like these two games. I really did. So I'm gonna share them. I like games that I find interesting, complicated. You know, I felt a lot of pressure when I was playing, and I was like really excited about my moves. My move that I was really happy about, because most of this I felt was standard, you know. But I was really happy about my move right there when I did that. you know. So the C3 I was super happy about, because I always seen the videos where it went down, and looking at this, it still shows it good, so I was happy about it. But yeah, you can look at them. I forget who made the videos on this, but if you find that he has like 9 videos, this guy, he's like I think he's Indian. He speaks English. He's a little accent, but he's very animated, so it's pretty cool. But Traxler Varation, you know. So, all right, have a good day.